House Investments, Io Dosumu, the Big Bears.
Up Michael Porter Jr.
right.
For the game.
Danny Wolf, who had a very nice game the other night. Terrence Mann is in the starting lineup, as is the rookie Yegor Dioman, the excellent three-point shooter. Bulls have double bigs tonight with Smith, Vucevic, Okoro, White, and Buzelis. Jones coming off the bench. Missed shot by Claxton to start the night. Patrick Williams is out as well. And a foul called as Okoro drives to the cup. A right ankle sprain is going to keep.
Visit bulls.com/GYS to learn more.
Patrick Williams rocking the Sweetness jersey tonight as the Bears and Rams are squaring off in the opening quarter. Missed the last 3 games, so a little bit of a different rotation yet again for the injury-laden Bulls this season.
So they've got a lot more bodies than they've had during that 7-game losing streak. So
here's Gilman, knocked down 1 out of 4 the other night. He has been one of the best three-point shooters in the league over the course of the last month.
Well, this is going to be a different team without Michael Porter Jr. There's going to be some guys now who are going to get more shots and be part of this offense compared to when he's in there. Not saying that he's taking all the shots, but he's the main go-to guy.
White, kick, Buzelis. Late in the clock, gotta go, nothing working. Buzelis forces up a shot. It's a shot clock violation.
Special so far in his young career.
Especially somebody who's been so good going to the rim over the last few weeks. Here's Danny Wolf, Glencoe, Illinois native. Man. Good contest by Buzelis. Rebound Vucevic. 36 dunks for Modest this year. Of course, leads the team in that category. Smith and Phillips each have 14. White for 3. Good.
And he came down off a little pin down from Vooch with a dribble handoff. And that's what we want to see Kobe. Get him on the move as a shooter.
Wolf, no. Buzelis the rebound. Here is Buzelis going at him this time. He missed a shot, but I think Billy Donovan would appreciate more of those. Drives to the rim. Wolf a 3. Good.
Tell you what, Danny Wolf's going to be special.
Yep.
I loved him in Michigan, and I've seen him so far. Early in the season, we saw him early. Wasn't getting a lot of playing time. But now he's worked himself into the rotation. He's a big, big forward.
Good cut by Modest. Uses the left hand to score at the rim.
Well, that's why he's so good, because he can use either hand. And he had to make a decision there. If he uses the right, it's probably blocked by Wolf. But he finished with the left. Oh, come on now.
And White did not close out under control on Clowney, who fortunately for the Bulls misses the finger roll.
Yeah, you got to close out. That's one of the problems they've had when they lose these games, is they lose contact of the guys on the perimeter. You got to stay down, make him shoot over and extend the hand. Don't just give him a free run to the basket. Bartlett, Illinois. Bang, bang, bang. See, when you allow Kobe to be the scorer, the 2-guard, let him go shoot the ball, come off down screens. This is where he's really, really effective. I love him as the scoring guard.
Here's a drive by Dioman. Vucevic came over to the turf. Smith punched it out to Okoro, who takes Wolf in and got it blocked by the rookie.
He needed some guys to run with him right there, just in case that happened.
And now Wolf, behind the back, underneath the rim. And all Claxton can try to do is throw it off of Smith, who grabbed it. Claxton then came from the backside and punched it. Clowney found Wolf, who takes it in with the right hand and smoothly scores off the window. Wild sequence.
Well, if you're the Bulls, you cannot underestimate this team losing a couple of their main guys.
Yeah.
You know, they still have some really good quality players here.
Good cut by Buzelis. Good find by Okoro. Better block by Claxton.
I tell you, Claxton is one of the better rim protectors in the league. He doesn't have a lot of size to him, but he plays like he does.
Last year, he averaged 2.5 stocks per game, steals and blocks combined. That's a very good number if you're around 2.5. And this time, Wolf with a foul as he was trying to.
You know, most teams are trying to get these guys now. You got to have some rim protectors on your team, especially as wide open as the league is.
Smith, hop step inside. Jaylen Smith is starting to see a lot more in the rotation. He's had 2 games this week of over 30 minutes on the floor. And again, going with the double big lineup to start the night tonight. They started the second half on Friday with that lineup. Clowney misses a 3. Nice play by Claxton to tip it to himself on the sideline and save it. Wolf, Claxton. Man, pass Buzelis, and he attacks his Jazz.
See that the closeouts are not very good right now in the early going. You have to close out.
Easily feels like the double big lineup has helped with that and with rim protection, guys.
Well, I tell you what, those numbers are phenomenal with the up minutes that he got. Nice drive.
Nice play by Herter.
But I don't want to hear about him being tired at 25. Okay, I'm tired at 25. Man, ooh, we'd love to be 25 again. Adam, you're only 32, so you close.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah,
That's going to help my brain process this age much easier. Here's Clowney. He's free for a three. Air ball.
Just a little bit.
Clowney.
See, that's where he's at his best right there.
Buzel's driving.
Because he put
Baller with Cam Thomas. Here is Smith. The kick out for White. Looking for another three.
Bang, bang, bang. All the way from Carroll Stream.
Kobe White is 3 for 3 to start the night. 1,029 career three-pointers. Here's the drive by Clowney, blocked by Buzel. Clowney got it back, banging away, and he scores.
I'll tell you what, he's a strong kid.
Sure is.
He's a lot bigger when you see him up close.
He and Claxton have started to develop in much different roles this year. Here's Dosunmu off the bench. Kick out for Smith, and he hits.
Mr. Smith in the corner. Bulls right now playing under control on both ends.
The other night was great for Smith. He got hot late after he was off to a very cold start.
Give me that.
A steal by Jaylen Smith, doing it at both ends of the floor.
This is why this kid has to be in the lineup, because he can get out. Well, one of the things about Jaylen Smith, he struggled in the first half, couldn't hit a shot. And then all of a sudden, didn't let it distract him, just kept plugging away, and he had a big, big fourth quarter.
After the Bulls trailed by 20 in the early stages of the fourth on Friday, came all the way back to make it a game, took the lead late in fact. Gilman, another three.
See, he's playing off the ball. He's not handling the ball like we normally see him do.
Yeah.
So he's becoming more like a shooter now in this set with this group out here.
Extra pass to Smith. Needs help. Got it out to Herter. Can't get free from Claxton. Dosunmu late in the clock. Got to shoot. Hooks it up to beat the buzzer. It's short off the rim, and Claxton clears the rebound.
Well, you can see that he's on the scouting report. They are trying to jam up any driving lanes that Isle has. He killed them the other night, getting downhill.
Perhaps.
But who cares?
Here is Clowney. Had to go through his fingertips. Gilman from deep with 5 and a late in the clock foul against Chicago.
That's a push right there.
84% from outside. Here's Thomas, who still has not found a rhythm since coming back from the hamstring injury. And he seemingly has had some frustrated moments as he's playing on a one-year qualifying offer. He's hoping to be paid well at the end of this season. Vucevic with a nice one.
And Vuce is starting to go right back inside more and more as the games are going along, which that's what we want to see him do, because he's pretty much unguardable in there.
Bulls tie their largest lead. Nolan Traore had a strong night the other night, the rookie. Vucevic, another block.
Vuce got to get some blocks now.
He's been averaging multiple blocks over the last handful of games. Dosunmu to Herter. The drive, pass sharp to the cup, into Clowney, out to Okoro. Extra feed, Dosunmu for 3. Into the corner, Okoro saved it to Vucevic. Off to Herter, over the arm.
How about the hustle that time by the Bulls, keeping that ball second chance opportunity. Okoro tips it back to Vuce. Vuce gives a nice pass to a cutting Kevin Herter.
That Okoro save looked like the one he had against Utah late in the game to help win it to Vucevic after Jones flung it to him. Traore, his floater. Friendly bounce won't go his way. Vucevic clears to Jones. Jones trying to break down Thomas. Kicks to Dosunmu for a triple.
Bang, bang, bang. Give me the hot sauce.
A lot of it so far tonight.
So we got to continue to build on it now. One of the things that you did in the first quarter, they shot 70% from the field.
Assisted 14 of 16 baskets. Jones in the paint at 6'1", one of the smallest players in the league, doing it impressively in the paint all year.
Yeah, but he does so many things. So he manipulates the ball, gets away from the defender by using the other side of the rim for protection.
Really smart, high IQ player. There's a nice three from Tyrese Martin. Former two-way player who signed a standard deal with the Nets. Jones looking for another assist to Vucevic. Rebound inside, grab by Thomas out of the pack. Finds Traore from the corner. Good job by Vucevic, although it looked like Claxton had grabbed his.
Getting his teammates involved. He plays at his own pace.
Jalen Wilson battling for it. Its last touch by the Bulls stays here.
And he also
almost a steal and a half. Anything beyond one is usually solid. You get to about 1-3, 1-4, 1-5. You're getting into the really, really good numbers. Claxton misses that one in and out. Here comes Terry with Vucevic, Jones, Okoro, and Buzelis. Here's Jones trying to turn the corner, gets to the paint, and tries to sling it along the baseline to Buzelis. A turnover for Chicago. It's been a low turnover first.
And, Brooklyn's bench got after the Bulls in Brooklyn.
Thomas inside for Claxton. Working inside patiently. And he's able to score it. Take a timeout here with 10:17 to play.
Going big, but when you have these smaller lineups, these smaller guards have to play like they're big. They have to be in that same kind of rotation that the bigs are.
Defend on the back line?
Well, no, I mean, because there was only one in the game that time.
Right.
So, because, you know, Jalen Terry plays the role of Jaylen Smith. And Jaylen Smith can block those shots back there. The guards should be looking for steals. They should be looking for turnovers. When that ball was there, and do what the defense assignments call for.
Buzelis trying to put the moves on Claxton, who used his length to knock it free into the hands of Martin, who's going to drive to the cup through the hands of Traore, and Brooklyn gives it right back.
Advantage or an opportunity to do that, he should really look into that. That's one part of his game to take it to another level.
Vucevic unable to connect there. Wilson comes back for Brooklyn down 14. Traore with a head of steam and some speed, and he draws a Jalen Terry foul.
Text message from the Bulls for your chance to win a signed Josh Giddey City Edition jersey. Now remember, text City 25 to 65357 to sign up and enter for a chance to win. Again, are you listening? That's City 25.
Hey, what are you doing drifting off? Listen,
it's City 25 65357.
Hey, listen up.
I want to make sure Bulls Nation, listen, that's a nice jersey to get. Josh might be on the All-Star team, man. You might get his first All-Star.
Back soon. Here's Vucevic galloping inside for the Deuce.
Deuce is really, again, starting to play more in the post, inside out.
Well, you pointed something out defensively about him as well. He's been a little bit sharper in that category. That's a nice two-man game as Traore finds Claxton for the dunk. Vucevic has gone 4 straight games with multiple blocks. He's already got one tonight. Looking for a 3 here. Rebound to Wilson, and he got hit by Okoro, who was in the...
Also having Jaylen Smith out there also puts a little extra in your giddy up too. See what he's doing.
Yeah. Thomas, little step back, the high arcing jumper for Cam Thomas goes down.
He is a professional scorer.
Averaging 18 a game. It's only his 18th game of the season. Here is Smith inside, patient, and he draws contact. Count the basket for the... So that was for grabbing the rim. White gets... That means anybody can take the technical foul shot. That's White. Smith misfires on it. Lead is 13 with 8 minutes to play. Bulls had that lead balloon as high. What did you say, Stacey? 19.
Kyle's doing a good job on Cam Thomas.
Yeah, he's really not been able to get free for anything easy. Buzelis went up there to try to block it, let it go. Wilson saw it circle every part of the iron. And rim out. Here's White. Driving on Martin. Slipped a little bit in the paint. Dosunmu, Herter, Smith, and Buzelis, the rest of the 5. Herter slings it. Buzelis takes it. 3.
3 beat and 3. Modest Buzelis.
He had 15 the other night. We had him at a 5th block late in that game, but they eventually went back and took one of those blocks away. So he ended up with a career high tying 4. Great defense by Dosunmu on Thomas. Well, trying to stick with him going to the rim, forces him into a tough jump shot. Buzelis trying to time it up, but he couldn't squeeze it. It ends up with Brooklyn for a second chance. Traore. Looking for Wilson. Wilson, who did a nice job of reaching to get it, and he hooked it in.
Well, he snuck baseline that time. He went back door and was able to catch that ball. You really saw him.
You're a big Jaylen Wilson fan, obviously watching him in the Big 12 when he was at Kansas.
Yeah, he can play. He was a very good player at KU.
Sellers again.
Mata said, I don't care what kind of player you are. Take this with you. Get it out the net. It's now these young players maybe got the minutes early in their career. Now they're getting opportunities to play.
Thomas, drive, kick. Wilson, 3, yes. Jaylen Wilson, who was the Big 12 Player of the Year a couple of years ago.
What, the second round?
Second round in 2023.
You think about that. I mean, you're a conference player of the year in a big-time conference.
Yeah.
You know, you're on an All-American team consensus, and you go in the second round.
Good ball movement. Herter short, though. Wilson, there he is on cue with the rebound. Herter reached in, knocked it free, but didn't make. There's Wolf, Glencoe, Illinois native, with a left-hand scoop. Nicely done. I asked Danny, how many people you got here tonight? And he goes, a lot less than the last time we were here in December, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, there's people watching the Bears game.
That's right.
Yeah, we love you, Danny, but we're not watching you
not
tonight,
buddy.
brother.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Here is Herter off the back rim. There is Wolf with the rebound. 3 can make it a single-digit game. Here's Mann driving, kicking. Dioman, 19 years of age. Picked off by Buzelis, couldn't squeeze. Mann, lob, Claxton.
That turned out to be a fast break opportunity.
Cut it back down to 10 after trailing by 19. There is Buzelis. Dosumu, he's going to hoist it up ahead.
Give me the hot sauce. Ayo Dosumu.
11 off the bench for Dosumu, who he and Kobe White have combined to go 6 of 7 from 3. Dioman hangs and throws it over the top of the rim.
The pass to Modest.
Here comes Buzelis, finds Jones, transition triple, left it short. And Jordy will use a timeout. Bulls, they're cheering for the Bears as they've taken a lead in the second quarter. They showed the scoreboard, and the fans, a lot of them wearing blue and orange, are making noise. Nice finish by Terrence Mann, using his frame at 6'6", 215 to make the play.
Yeah, he put his body in the boots there, wouldn't allow Boots to try to challenge that shot.
His second field goal for Mann. Very cool to see Tina here. She was very emotional, understandably so, as any mother would be. When Danny got drafted, there's a nice play following is Vucevic. We saw that draft. His brother was very emotional. His 6'10" brother, his 5'10" mom. And a foul on Vucevic and 1. Claxton puts it in.